Hi everybody, Mark here. I'm the safety manager here at PTI, and today we want to discuss some of the violations that drivers run into and how easily we can try and avoid those. So the first one we talk about is tires. We want to make sure that we inspect the condition of the tires on the inside and the outside. We want to make sure that there's no cuts, bulges, or abrasions inside or outside on the wheel well. There's no separation of the tread. Then we also want to check the tread depth. For steer tires, we want to make sure that they're at least 4 30-seconds, and all the other tires, we want to make sure they're at least 2 30-seconds. One of the easiest ways we can do that is using our no-go gauge. For steer tires, we want to be at least 4 30-seconds. When we place that into a major tread, we don't want to be able to see the top of that gauge. And then for the remaining tires, we want to be at least 2 30-seconds. The same thing applies to that. If you are a little more advanced with your tools, you can use the tire depth gauge, press it in, check the gauge. We also want to check the air pressure on the tires. For us, we want to do 105 as a minimum for all tires that apply. Perfect. The thing we want to check is the brakes and the connection to the wheels. So we want to make sure that these cotter pins are in place. There's no cracks or abrasions. We also want to inspect the drum and the wheel. We want to make sure that there's at least a 1/4 inch depth within our shoe of the brake, and we also want to make sure that there's no breaks, cracks, any gouges of the brake pads whatsoever. Another common way we use to check the depth and the thickness of the brake pad is using our no-go gauge again. We make sure that it is at least a 1/4 inch. We put the no-go gauge right up to the brake pad, we insert it, we make sure that there's at least a 1/4 inch and no less. Another thing we want to check is our lights. In order for us to do that in our trucks, we just press our light check button. And by pressing that, that'll light up all the lights around the truck, and we can walk around and make sure that they all work. Now with our light test running, we can start at the top and work our way down, going through our lights. First, we check our clearance lights, make sure that those are on and properly working. And we work our way down to our high beams and our blinkers. And then we proceed walking around the truck to make sure all our trailer lights are working as well. Starting on the side, we look at our marker light. This is both a marker light and a turn signal. As we proceed walking down the truck, we have our clearance light on our trailer. And if we come right to the back of our tractor, on the back of our tractor, down below near our fifth wheel, we have our brake lights, our reverse lights, and turn signal as well. As we continue our walkthrough, we have another marker light on the side. This functions as a marker light and a turn signal. And if we continue walking down towards the back of the trailer, we will have 2 more lights here visible. The red is just a marker light, but one of our most common violations that our drivers run into is an inoperable ABS light. You can see that here. One way to test that is when the drivers turn their key. It should either stay on for a bit and turn off. If it either stays on or never functions at all, that's a common violation, and that should be something that they should get checked out or written up. And as we reach the back of the trailer, we have 5 clearance lights on top. We make sure that those are lit up and in operation. And here on the back of the trailer, we do have our tail lights, our brake lights, and our turn signals. We'll make sure that those are in operation. And we also want to make sure that our license plate light also is lit. So bend down, take a test to see if it's lit and operating. Another violation we see is drivers not certifying their logs. We want to make sure that they certify their logs at either the end of their day or for the start of their next day.